Hello, my name is Tiffany Landrum. I am a high school equivalency instructor. In this Pecha Kucha, I'll be exploring the equity behind scaffolding in education. Just like in construction, scaffolding provides temporary support, but in the classroom, it ensures that every student has what they need to grow. Scaffolding is not just for kids, it's for everyone. Adult learners come with experiences and knowledge that matter. When we build on what they already know, we make them feel relevant and supported. Scaffolding helps their confidence, independence, and ability to engage with challenging new content. Scaffolding helps learners move step by step. Adults thrive when they can understand how each new idea connects to what they already know. Real-world examples, discussions, and active practice make their learning stick. Scaffolds help to reduce frustration and increase persistence. Digital learning tools can scaffold learning, but only if used thoughtfully. McLean and Barron's offer 5 principles: keep lessons short, make content visual, ensure access to resources, build teacher connection, and create peer learning opportunities. With these in place, tech becomes a bridge, not a barrier. Many adult learners struggle with reading to learn, especially across the different content areas. Science, math, and history all require new ways of reading and thinking. As Lee and Spratley wrote in their book, understanding text isn't simple because it involves background knowledge and vocabulary. Every subject has its own literacy. Scaffolding helps students read like a scientist or argue like a historian. Teachers break down how experts think and read, offering sentence frames, visuals, or guided questions to help learners enter the world of each discipline. Metacognition builds independence. Scaffolding is not just about content. It's about helping learners think about their thinking. Once students begin to ask themselves, what do I understand? Or where do I need help? This helps bring awareness and create lifelong learners. As discussed in an article by Edutopia, effective scaffolding should feel automatic to students. A slow withdrawal of help as students master the material. With 3 primary types of scaffolding, they help students, both K-12 and adults, to go from being nervous to mastering the content. Cognitive scaffolding is when the teacher provides targeted guidance to support students in learning or gaining a new skill beyond what they are able to complete independently. New material, such as new texts or math equations, are broken down through video clips, stories, or infographics. As already discussed, metacognitive thinking promotes independence. In providing scaffolding, the educator provides structured reflection through checklists, mind movies, which is visualizing themselves, or building a question ladder that helps students create an increasing complexity of questions. Procedural scaffolding means breaking down a task into manageable steps, with guidance provided at each stage. The step-by-step approach not only makes learning more accessible, but it helps them to stay focused. By keeping tasks short and clear, we reduce the overwhelming feelings and support steady progress. Students come from all walks of life, each bringing unique backgrounds, cultures, and experiences into the classroom. That's why teachers must be intentional in choosing strategies that work best for each learner. Scaffolding must honor a student's culture and lived experiences to truly be effective and equitable. When we talk about effective scaffolding, it's not one size fits all. Educators need to consider 3 key things: the content being taught, the context in which it's taught, and the student receiving the instruction, because true support only works when it's tailored to all 3 aspects. Attending to students means the educators asking themselves, what is a good scaffold for this lesson? Or how do I scaffold the curriculum? As teachers, we need to be asking ourselves more targeted questions that get at the nuance of what we need to consider about the content, students, or context. In attending to the content, when planning for a lesson or curriculum, educators must know what prerequisites a student needs to access the learning, understanding the barriers a student may face, and understand how they will use the material in the future. Attending to the context, educators also need to recognize that learning is a socio-cultural experience. Culture plays a huge role in communication and how a student receives information. Designing strategies to effectively reach a student requires research. For educators, it is important to remember that not every scaffold will be successful. To create a more equitable learning environment, when a scaffold fails, it is in how you react that teaches students just as much as the lesson. Show students that mistakes are opportunities, not reasons to shut down. While scaffolding is a powerful tool to help students reach mastery, it's equally important to pair it with strong instruction and engaging lessons. When students are actively involved in their learning and feeling supported, they're more likely to have a positive and a more meaningful learning experience. To succeed, students need a culturally responsive classroom, one that focuses not only on content, but also on making sure they feel culturally and intellectually safe. When students are held accountable in this kind of supportive environment, they are able to truly flourish and grow confident. Scaffolding isn't just about delivering content, it's about teaching students how to learn and grow. By honoring each learner's backgrounds, experiences, and strengths, we create a more meaningful path forward. When students feel seen and supported, they're more likely to reach their full potential with confidence.